Crooked Anchor. Season 3, Episode 6, The Missing Link. Another day at the pub. Raymond was in the back garden, knees deep in mud and mystery, digging for worms with the energy of a man on a noble quest. His pet rat watched from a nearby flower pot, nodding solemnly. Raymond was preparing for a fishing trip, and only the finest lower taddlecomb worms would do. Inside, all was unusually peaceful. David was behind the bar, quietly engrossed in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, his eyes fixed on the pub TV. He whispered dreamily, "Clarkson!" Gunther was stretched out across the bar like a soft, furry pint mat, and Brian was balancing his folded newspaper on the dog's back, occasionally turning a page and muttering about word searches. Outside, Raymond's shovel struck something. "Thunk! Holy moly, what is this?" Raymond exclaimed, digging furiously. From the ground he pulled a lumpy, dirt-encrusted object. He turned it over in his hands, gasping, "Oh my golly gosh, it's a fossil!" He sprinted inside, beaming, bursting through the pub doors. David, look what I've found!" But David didn't hear him. He was laser-focused on question 5. Which of these is not a type of pasta? Raymond turned to Pete and shoved the muddy lump toward him. Pete took one look, drew a sharp breath, and immediately burst into tears. Raymond, confused but undeterred, shrugged and called in an expert. "Brian, I'll be in the garden when they arrive. Send them my way, yeah?" Brian nodded without looking up. 2 hours passed. Then, with the poise and urgency of people who had been waiting their whole lives for this moment, 2 museum men and 1 museum woman entered the pub, tweed, polished shoes, matching clipboards. "Good sir, can you point us in the direction of the specimen?" Brian, wordlessly, lifted one finger toward the garden. The trio shuffled toward the back door with increasing excitement. The moment they laid eyes on Raymond, still holding the object, they gasped, "Good grief, is that what I think it is?" "Yes, over here!" Raymond called out, barely hiding his delight. The museum experts stared at Raymond in wonder. "Look at it. It's moving. It's communicating with us." Raymond scratched his head, bewildered. They pointed dramatically. "It's the missing link!" Sorry, what?" Raymond stammered, taking a step back. He held up the object again. One of the museum folk squinted, then leaned closer, then sighed deeply. That's an onion." A long, stunned silence fell over the pub. "You're not the missing link?" one of them asked, already knowing the answer, their voice hollow with disappointment. Raymond looked down at the onion, looked back up at them. No, I'm Raymond." The museum people slumped, shoulders drooping in defeat. They turned and trudged out of the pub like rejected talent show contestants, muttering things like "waste of tweed" and "it had such promise." Raymond shuffled back inside, dejected, still holding the onion. He looked at Pete, who was now calm and sipping a pint. "That explains it," Raymond muttered. Without a word, Warren zipped across the room, snatched the onion from Raymond's hand and tossed it into the kitchen. A clang followed. Clifford popped his head out seconds later. "Onions here! Shall we stuff it with jam and call it haute cuisine?" No one answered. Just another day at the Crooked Anchor.